Hey, my chickadees. Welcome back to the Back 40. It's Juju. And I have my gel plate out, and we are working on day 21. Working on day 21, and it is colors. So, I thought let's get to it here. So, I have all the colors. I have magenta, blue, purple, yellow, bright yellow, green, that's cadmium green, and cadmium orange. And I also have some little homemade stencils that I did with hot glue. So let's get busy. I thought what I would do was start with me a little magenta. A little yellow. A little blue. Take it to a little purple. Oh. Little purple. That's going to be squishy. And do a little green. A lot of green apparently. And a little bit of orange. Put another piece on top of it and kind of smushing it to get that paint down to kind of get it off that stencil. And there that is. All the colors. Even some little brown, some red. It's all in there. Just from mixing those. There's even a little gray in there. So what we'll do is we'll set this aside and let this dry, and then we'll add it to our journal. Okay, and there we have our base, which is all of the colors. And I want to introduce these to you. Let's go back just a little bit, and I want to show you what I did. I have not been using my stamps like I need to. And so what I did was I made me a stamp tissue holder for my mark making stamps. And what I did was I took the tissue paper, cut it to the size of my journal, and put it in just a journal that I made. This is Amazon packing. It's the kind that says this is like, recycle like a box. It's got a little white puffy stuff in it. I took this, covered it with fabric, glued it down, no sewing, just plain glued. And then I took my tissue paper, cut it to the size, and then in the middle, I took it to the sewing machine and just sewed right down the middle with the sewing machine. I did a zigzag stitch and a straight stitch, just sewed it straight into the journal because it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be straight, it's to hold my tissue paper and that's it. Then I took my stamps and I went through and I took all of my stamps and stamped them on the tissue paper. Because remember, with mark making, you can take your tissue paper, and once you take the tissue paper that you've marked, maked on, that you painted, we did the painted tissue papers, and you put it on there, the tissue paper, kind of fades into the background. Um, so I went through and I did that and did all my stamps. Well, one row of my stamps. I got tired. And put it on here. And while I was doing mine, I went on and made Stella Bug one too, so she could have some for her mark making. And for her little journal, I did the same thing, except for I took a piece of chipboard on the front and the back, and then put it on the fabric and left the middle part with the little gate. And then I put the fabric down on it and put a rubber band. Instead of sewing it, I put a rubber band down it in case she wants to take the whole tissue paper out and use it. So I just use a rubber band to hold it on like a traveler's notebook. And it holds it in her little journal quite nicely. And I just glued the fabric down on top. It's a no-sew. The inside, I took one of my watercolor papers that I was mixing different paints with and put it down as the inside cover for it. And so she has her same. When I stamped mine, I stamped hers. So then what you can do is you can just choose, because I want to put it over top of this one. So I can go in and just choose me. Let me look through here and see. A stamp that I want to go. And I like this one here without a little writing on it. So you can go through and just cut out the stamp paper that you want. Tear it out, cut it out, whatever you want to do. And that fits nicely on your shelf. And then you can just take this paper and put over here, and it's going to cover this up and dissolve into the background. And you want to use your PVA based glue, your water based glue. So okay, when it finishes drying, you can trim up the edges around it. But that's it. It's like magic, isn't it? Isn't that cool? And the colors just come through. The tissue paper fades toward the background, and it just kind of gives it a kind of like a little frosty, because I had the white opaque tissue paper, Um, and I mean, you can even do it on colored tissue paper, but it just fades to the background. And as it dries, the colors will come through a little brighter. The tissue paper will go on and settle on down, and you'll see the colors come through even a little bit more brighter. But there we go. We have it all pretty. That is the one for my colors for the 21st for my junk journal July. All right. Thank you. Bye. Have a good one.